You open Instagram.first post, engagement announcement. Next, someone bought a house. Next, promotion at work. Someone's on vacation in Bali. Someone just launched their business, and you're sitting in your apartment, single renting. Same job, wondering what you've been doing with your time. You look around your life and it feels smaller, less impressive. Like everyone got the memo about how to adult and you somehow missed it. So you start tallying. They have a house, you have roommates. They're engaged, you're single. They're traveling, you're saving. They're thriving, you're, what, surviving? And that question sits in your chest. Heavy, am I behind? Did I waste time? Did I make wrong choices? Is everyone else winning while I'm stuck? Here's what I need you to understand, and I need you to really hear this. You're not behind. You're being compared to a highlight reel, and that comparison is destroying your ability to see your own progress. Let me show you what's actually happening. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. That engagement ring you scrolled past? What you didn't see, the 3 years of relationship therapy. The fights, the doubt, the compromise. You saw the ring. You didn't see the work. That house they bought? What you didn't see, the family money for the down payment, the dual income, the debt, the sacrifice of other things to afford it. You saw the keys. You didn't see the context. That promotion they posted? What you didn't see, the 70-hour weeks, the burnout, the personal life they sacrificed, the boss they hate. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone's highlight reel. This is what social media does. It lets you compare your entire complicated, messy reality to everyone else's carefully selected best moments. It's like watching a movie trailer and thinking that's the whole film. 2 minutes of highlights. That's what you're comparing yourself to. And here's the cruelest part. You're judging your value based on visible metrics. Things you can photograph, things you can post, house, relationship status, job title, travel, appearance, salary. These are the things that show up on social media. So these become the measuring stick for your entire worth. But what about the person you're becoming? The therapy you're doing? The patterns you're breaking? The boundaries you're setting? The peace you're building? You can't post, "I stopped people-pleasing this year." You can't Instagram, "I'm healing my relationship with my parents." You can't story, "I finally feel okay being alone." But that work, that's the foundation. That's the substance. That's what actually changes your life. And you're comparing yourself to people who might have the house and the title and the relationship, but not the peace, not the self-knowledge, not the groundedness. Here's what else you're missing when you think you're behind. You're assuming there's one timeline, one right way, one path everyone's supposed to be on. Graduate at 22, career by 25, partner by 27, house by 30, kids by 32. But that timeline, it's fiction. It was barely true for your parents' generation. It's completely irrelevant for yours. The economy is different. The job market is different. The cost of living is different. The options are different. The whole game changed. You're trying to follow a map from 1985 in a world that looks nothing like 1985, and then beating yourself up for being lost. What if you're not behind? What if you're just on a different path? What if you chose freedom over security, healing over achieving, learning over earning, building slowly over rushing? What if every delay was actually you making choices that honored what you actually wanted, not what you thought you should want? Think about the person you were 5 years ago, what they wanted, what they valued, what they thought success looked like. Are you the same person? Or have you grown, changed, evolved? Maybe you're not behind where you thought you'd be. Maybe you're exactly where you need to be to become who you're meant to become. Let me tell you about Sarah. At 32, she felt completely behind. Everyone she graduated with had houses, marriages, kids, careers. Sarah, she'd spent her 20s in 3 different cities, 4 different jobs, 2 long relationships that ended. No house, no ring, no clear success story. And she thought she'd wasted time, made wrong choices, fallen behind, until she actually looked at what those years gave her. City 1 taught her she didn't want corporate life. City 2 taught her what she actually valued in relationships. City 3 taught her who she was without anyone else's influence. Job 1 taught her what she hated. Job 2 taught her what she was good at. Job 3 taught her what she wouldn't tolerate. Job 4, that was the one that fit. The relationships that ended, they taught her what love should actually feel like, what she deserved, what she wouldn't accept anymore. At 32, Sarah knew herself better than any of her ahead friends knew themselves. She knew what she wanted, what she didn't want, what she valued, What she'd sacrifice for, what she wouldn't. Her friends with the houses and marriages and titles, half of them were quietly miserable. Locked into choices they made at 25 before they knew who they were. They were ahead in visible metrics. But behind in self-knowledge, behind in authenticity, behind in alignment. So who's actually ahead? The person with the most impressive resume? Or the person building a life that actually fits who they are? The person who checked all the boxes by 30? Or the person who spent their 20s figuring out which boxes actually matter to them? Here's what I need you to hear. You're not behind. You're building differently. You're not racing everyone else to the same finish line. You're building a completely different life. And the work you're doing, the internal work, the slow work, the invisible work, that's the foundation. That's what allows you to build something that actually lasts, not something that just looks good on Instagram. So stop measuring your progress by other people's timelines. Stop judging your chapter 3 by someone else's chapter 20. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. Your timeline is yours. Your path is yours. Your pace is yours. And the only person you're in competition with? The person you were yesterday. Compare yourself to yourself. Are you kinder than you were last year? Wiser? More yourself? More aligned? More honest? More grounded? That's the progress that matters. Not where you are compared to everyone else, but who you are compared to who you were. And here's the truth nobody tells you. 5 years from now, half the people who look ahead right now will be starting over. The marriages will end. The careers will change. The houses will be sold. The priorities will shift because they built fast. They built for appearance. They built on unstable ground. But you're building slow. You're building deep. You're building on a foundation of self-knowledge. And in 5 years, 10 years, you'll still be standing, still aligned, still building. While others are starting over, you'll be continuing. Because you took the time to get it right. So here's what you do the next time you feel behind. Close the app, look around your actual life, not through the lens of comparison. Just look. What are you building? What are you learning? What are you healing? What are you becoming? That's your progress. That's your timeline. That's your path. You're not behind. You never were. You're exactly where you need to be to become exactly who you're meant to become. And that person, they're worth the wait. So stop racing, start building. Your timeline is perfect. Your path is yours. And one day you'll look back and realize you were never behind. You were just on a different path. A slower path, a deeper path. And it was exactly the right path for you.